Today, we're gonna test out the POW stick. Come on.
Getting her. Night. Oh, I know you're okay, I was just asking. Yeah, she was saying she's coming back to Brampton tonight, and I didn't know if she had called you for a ride. Are you filming me?
Welcome to Haunt Ventures with Melissa and Jason. We're in the sewing room again, and we're making some props that would go in the room. So these are just jars, old jars filled with buttons. And surprisingly, like, it looks like a full jar, but it's not. It's just one layer filled with foam, like this. I filled it with foam, and that I packed it in there really, really tight so it can't come out. So what I did there...
And where did you get that foam?
I found that on the side of the street. Okay, so what I did here is you get your box and you kind of just figure out the size of it.
And these are old tins, so this is, I think this is like a cigarette tin. They're just really old. That's generally what people store buttons in, right? So if you had a whole bunch of those, found those at auctions, yard sales, you can pick them up fairly inexpensive. Sometimes they're full of buttons already.
These were actually all buttons that we bought, or all jars that we bought buttons in, but it's kind of a waste to do a full thing of buttons. And plus you have to kind of glue it down anyways, because if it gets tipped over that can become a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, so I mean you could buy 2 or 3 of these that are full of buttons and make 20 of them. It's easier to find the jars than it is to find the buttons, surprisingly. People think buttons are worth something.
Yeah, I was really surprised. We've been picking up Singer sewing machines for 50 cents.
And buttons for like $10 for a whole box. It's insane.
So like I said, you really want to jam that in there. It's pretty tight already, but...
Sorry guys about the noise, there's a train that passes by here. We had our advertising banner up there, but it's been really windy here. We're down by the lake. It blew over. So jamming this in
stick
tight.
One more in here.
It's about, you can see it's pretty close to the top.
Yeah, because you kind of want to make it look like it's overflowing.
Like this one. This one's kind of overflowing, right? It's going to be open. And how are you going to glue that down to the table?
I'll probably screw it down or glue it down.
So how are you going to screw that down? From underneath?
Yeah, from underneath.
Okay, so they'll also go, like these will just be littered all over the table. Take out this drawer, screw it from underneath. Whole bunch of them, just piles of stuff, right? It looks like it's unsafe. The idea is it looks like it's unsafe, right?
And then I want to make sure that I get all the extra little bits of foam out, so I'm just patting it down, blowing it out. Then, I already started this one over here. So I'm taking a glue stick, or glue gun, and I decide to take some of these random things as filler. Just putting that down first. And put a generous amount of glue there. It'll be cheaper.
So these aren't even buttons. These here are game pieces, but they're almost the same shape as buttons, same look as buttons. So we found those.
I'm just making those as our first layer. So I just didn't want to, just because, I mean, it looks like we have a lot of buttons, but at the end of the day, it's not as many as you may think there is.
So that's just a wooden box, right, that you found? Yep. So pretty much anything.
This was like, you know those, like Rolodex type things where you put the cards in, or maybe,
oh, like all the information, like the old school before cell phones.
But it's a pretty nice looking box. this could be easily screwed on from the bottom. So now I can start putting buttons over top of this stuff. Just gonna put a couple more of these.
Any other tips, Melissa?
Not really.
So yeah, overflowing it to the side. That's a good way to make it look like that it's overflowing. I think making stuff look like it's unsafe, like this stuff's gonna fall over. Like if you look at this dressing table, it just looks, it's not perfectly lined up. It looks like it's leaning. It looks like it could just fall over on someone, but it's very secure. Like it's not gonna fall off. But that's part of the whole experience, is it makes people feel uneasy. And that's what we try to do, is make people feel uneasy with the set design so that we set the actor up for a good opportunity to scare.
Yeah, and like you said, you just don't don't put it in lines. Be as random as possible. And stay tuned, we're going to have a lot more on what we're doing here. We're going to show you the end of the sewing room. So please subscribe to find out more, and rate, comment, and subscribe.